The doors were glass and gold, reflecting the Christmas lights like 1,000 small flames when my sister stepped in front of me and spread her arms. "Stop pretending." She laughed, loud enough for the valet to hear. "You can't even afford to walk inside." My mother didn't look at me. She adjusted her pearls and sneered at my shoes. "You're too poor to even buy a roast turkey," she said. "And you still dare to show your face here." I remember the cold most. The way it crept up my legs while the revolving R hung behind them. The way the laughter hung in the air, confident, practiced. Then my head of security walked to the door, straightened his jacket, bowed slightly, and said, "Welcome, ma'am. The guests are waiting for you." My entire family froze. Tsk. I used to believe blood was protection. That family meant permanence. I trusted them the way you trust gravity, not because it's kind, but because it's there. I built my life quietly. I didn't brag. I worked in silence, in contracts and margins and nights that ended at dawn. When the hotel project began, I didn't put my name on it. I let the holding company speak for me. I let the numbers do the talking. At home, I was still the younger sister who could have done more. The one who never married well enough. The one whose success was always described as luck. I paid for holidays. I fixed emergencies. I listened. I absorbed jokes that weren't jokes. I learned to smile without showing teeth. Christmas dinners were performances. I was expected to play the role of gratitude. They played success like a crown. I didn't notice the knives at first. Not clearly. The first red flag was small. My sister asking, casually, who my lawyer was now. My mother pressing for details about my little business. Her voice sweet, her eyes sharp. Then came the suggestions. The criticism dressed as concern. "You should invest differently. You're being reckless. Let your brother-in-law handle it. He understands money." I noticed documents moving. Questions repeating. My signature request in same form. And the jokes changed. They weren't about my clothes anymore. They were about my future. About how quickly things could disappear if you weren't careful. I felt it then. That quiet internal shift. The one that doesn't scream. It listens. I stopped correcting them. I stopped defending myself. I let them think I was tired. Disorganized. Slipping. Silence is convincing when people want to believe it. I discover betrayal on a Tuesday. Nothing dramatic. No shouting. Just an email sent to the wrong address. A transfer request. My assets, my hotel. Signed with a forged authority, routed through a family trust I'd never authorized. My sister's handwriting was unmistakable. The curves were familiar. The confidence was insulting. I didn't cry. I didn't shake. Something sharpened instead. I sat at my desk and reread it 3 times, not to confirm the betrayal, but to appreciate the arrogance. They assumed I was careless. That I trusted blindly. That I wouldn't look. That was their mistake. I closed the email and opened a new file. Preparation is lonely work. It requires patience and a willingness to be underestimated. I documented everything. Every call. Every message. Every inconsistency. I hired forensic accountants who didn't ask questions and lawyers who only spoke when necessary. I let the transfer proceed, partially. Just enough rope. I moved assets legally, invisibly. I adjusted board structures. I triggered clauses written years ago for exactly this reason. At dinners, I smiled. I nodded. I listened to my sister talk about her future. I watched my mother bask in borrowed confidence. They planned Christmas at the hotel because they thought it was already theirs. They invited friends. Important people. Witnesses. They wanted a public victory. I gave them one. The night of the dinner, I arrived on foot. I wore an announcement. I wore a simple coat. Neutral. Forgettable. My sister saw me first. Her smile was immediate. Too immediate. She blocked the entrance like she owned the space. Like the building recognized her. That's when they said it. That's when they laughed. And that's when the room learned the truth. The head of security didn't raise his voice. He didn't need to. "Mom," he said again, louder this time. "We're ready." Behind him, managers appeared. Phones came out, not mine, theirs. I stepped forward. My sister didn't move. She couldn't. I looked at my mother then. "Finally, you signed documents you didn't read?" I said softly. "You trusted people who don't understand ownership." The words landed slowly, heavy, permanent. My brother-in-law started talking. Legal language, desperate language. He stopped when my lawyer stepped beside me and handed him a folder. Security escorted them, not roughly. Professionally. Guests watched. Whispers spread. Glasses lowered. Inside, the dining hall waited, candles lit, my name embossed on every place card. The hotel was never theirs. It was mine, always. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't insult them. I didn't need to. Revenge doesn't require cruelty. It requires accuracy. By the time dessert was served, injunctions were filed. Accounts frozen. Positions dissolved. My family sat outside cold again, this time without laughter. I ate slowly. I tasted everything. Peace is quiet when it finally arrives. It doesn't announce itself, it settles. When I left, snow had begun to fall. The doors closed behind me, smooth and final. I didn't look back. Some debts are paid in silence. Some lessons are served warm.